So I say to you tonight, friends, the best defense against bull is vigilance. So if you smell something, say something.
It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Charles Osgood.
Look who's talking about talk, especially news and political talk. That was Jon Stewart, of course, this past Thursday night on his final edition of The Daily Show, for which he warmed up by talking to his former colleague, Mo Rocca.
Is it really a sun decal on your notes? Is that what that is?
Yes. I'm
hoping that's from the hotel and not from the Mo Rocca collection.
No, it's the CBS Sunday Morning logo, and my name is at the bottom.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
What, the logo is the sun? Yes. I knew that because I watch. I'm up all the time. It's right on the screen.
This piece will end with a decorative sun. It will.
Is that true? Do all pieces end with a decorative sun?
Yes, people send in the suns. Jon Stewart can be forgiven for sleeping in on Sunday mornings. For the past 16 years, he hosted Comedy Central's The Daily Show.
Welcome to The Daily Show. My name is Jon Stewart.
It's a tenure that came to a close on Thursday.
This is it. This is the final episode.
When Daily Show alumni, myself included,
we're here down on Wall Street, John,
ready to do our signature dollars and cents coverage, returned to send Stewart off.
I can't believe you guys are here to just now do a financial segment.
Yeah, well, apparently there wasn't much financial news to cover.
This past decade.
All right.
Stewart didn't just host the show. The 52-year-old ran the show.
Hey, they're talking about me!
And turned the nightly news satire into a nightly news source for many.
What do you got now? You're also senioritis, yes? What do you got, about a year?
You know,
You're on your way out.
I can't believe that you're leaving before me. We got to do whatever we can to keep Americans safe. 9 people shot in a church. What about that?
We are back. This is our first show since the tragedy in New York City.
And in at least one case, Stewart's influence had a very tangible effect.
Gentlemen, I cannot thank you enough. All I can do is I feel like apologizing to all of you, and I'm not even sure why. It's an absolute travesty.
After Stewart invited 9/11 first responders onto his show, Congress voted to federally fund their health care, a move largely credited to Stewart.
Please welcome back to the program Secretary Kathleen Sebelius.
And in 2013, when then Secretary of Health and Human Services Kathleen Sebelius came on the show to pitch Obamacare, the show once again made headlines, but not the kind Sebelius wanted.
Hundreds of thousands of accounts created. We have
So it's been
lots
hundreds of thousands of people have signed up.
of accounts created, which means that then they're going to go shopping. John, this is like
What?
a kayak site where you might check out what plane you want to get on.
Her answers, I felt, were so beyond understanding. Like, what are you talking about?
Then there was this interview with former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. Stewart believes he let Rumsfeld off too easy during this exchange about the 2003 invasion of Iraq.
In the effort that it took to sell us this, that we lost our... Sell is the word? Let me back up.
A little strong.
In the effort it took the administration to present. You were selling it. You presented the positives. You didn't present the negatives. You presented our case. Okay, fine. And then I moved on. I should have just stayed there. I lost a lot of sleep on that one. He didn't.
But Rumsfeld's former boss, George W. Bush, is one big name who never appeared on the show with Stewart.
So, I am willing to throw in, if you come on this program, a complimentary set of steak knives.
Would you have liked to have George W. Bush on the show? Would you still like to?
I would have, I guess I would have liked to, but it would have been awfully uncomfortable. I'm still somewhat upset about the things that have been done during his time, and I think I would find it difficult.
Coincidentally, when this interview with Stewart aired last November, Sunday Morning also aired a profile of President Bush. In this very episode of Sunday Morning, George W. Bush is
on.
Yeah, if we had a magical device where you could jump from this interview into that interview
Sure.
and ask him anything.
Sure.
Tell me about umber and how it helps you when painting cats. I think it would be that. I think I would just stick with the painting stuff. Jimmy Carter's like 108. He's out in Africa, like, pulling guinea worms out of children's feet, trying to cure them. Bush is at home. Bring me my fruit bowl. Doing a still life.
Do you like interviewing politicians?
No. I despise it. As most sentient creatures, I think, would. Imagine having to interview salespeople. They're salespeople. They live in a world of denial and conjuring. It's very strange. It's very strange to talk to people who have lost their awareness that that's what they're doing. At least with a salesperson, they'll every now and again go, look, I shouldn't be telling you this. This is a piece of crap.
Still to the end, politicos and media bigwigs kissed up to Stewart and his young audience. But he was just fine staying outside the moat, throwing rocks at the castle. NBC talked to you about maybe hosting Meet the Press. What do you think that says?
They're confused. They're confused. Da 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 da. They're confused. They didn't offer me anything. It was just one of those, like, what do you think about that kind of conversation?
And what did you say? Did you say,
I don't think that's a good idea.
you didn't need to take the weekend to think it over?
No.
How many pets do you have? This is the part of the interview where we humanize you.
Oh. Good luck. Right now, we're at 3 bunnies, 3 dogs, a bird, 3 fish, and a hamster.
Oh my God! Oh, that's a
and a pony.
You have a menagerie.
It's a pleasant house, not for the faint of sinus.
And it's a house he shares with Tracy, his wife of 14 years, and their 2 children. The main reason he cited last February for leaving the show.
I'm gonna have dinner on a school night with my family, who I have heard from multiple sources are lovely people.
What would you be like if you'd never married Tracy?
I'd be much unhappier. She has the capacity for real, like, warmth and love. She's able to help me experience that. As a, you know, I'm an individual that's much more removed. Like, I like bartending because it's sort of like being out, but you don't actually have to be out.
And you're on the other side of the bar.
Correct.
Is being a father what you expected it would be?
No. It's much better than what I thought, because the experience that I had growing up was very different.
When Stewart was 9 years old, his father, a physicist, left the family. From that point on, Stewart saw his father, now deceased, only sporadically. What did your father think about what you do for a living?
What did he think about it in terms of...
Did he get it? Did he enjoy it? Did he think, what a strange choice? Or, wow, that's really cool that...
He was not a man prone to taking chances or smiling or enjoying food or music or color. Yeah, you know, he wasn't the happiest, you know. My mom ultimately probably is much more, because she's an educator, she's someone that believes in taking chances, she has an incredible work ethic, she believes that no matter what happens to you, if you work hard enough, if you fight hard enough, you will turn it around. Like, that's where all that comes from.
She sounds great.
She's a Spitfire, man. She's 81. She'll knock you out.
Well then, I had just one more question for Jon Stewart, as soon as I could find it.
It's not there, Mo.
I
It's
know.
not there. No amount of squinting is going to bring it there.
You know, I think that it might...
Unless you wrote it in lemon juice.
Oh, I remembered what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do next after The Daily Show?
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
What do you think? You know what? Have your viewers draw some sons of what they think I should do next. A doctor's son, different professional sons that they would like to see.
A mountain hiker son?
Whatever the son they want to draw, and we'll get it done that way.